Hello everybody. In this screencast we're going to look assignment 5, which is basically list views, and this is a users app, it seems. So assignment 5, you see here there are some users and you're adding users. You click here to add a user, it goes here, and then you're selecting gender, age, state, this approach we did before. And then at the end you click submit. It adds the user to the users. Something to keep in mind is that there is an array list that should be stored in the main activity. So here is the array list. Alright, so how I'm going to go about this, I will first build the add user, okay, and go from there. Alright, so let's go to add user fragment. Here it is, and I look at add user and it seems that it doesn't receive any data. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to remove all this code which I don't need. Similarly this one, it doesn't receive any data, so all of this goes away, and also this method goes away, and we're good. So that's a add user. Also select age, the same thing, it doesn't receive any data, so I can go ahead and also delete this code which I don't need. Just some cleanup. Here it is, and here it is. And similarly gender, same story. okay, and okay. Select group, same thing. I'll just keep the constructor, delete all of that. Basically all of this stuff needs to go away. Sort, also the same thing. None of it to receive any data, so I'm just going to remove it. I don't need all of this. Okay, here it is. Select state, same story. We're not gonna add any data. We're not gonna send it any data at initialization, so we don't need all of this. User details, yes, you're gonna send the user. Users fragment, also the same thing. We'll look at user fragment. So let's start with the user fragment. I need to be able to, when I click on add user, to show the add user, right? Okay, so it's not receiving any data. And we're gonna see. Alright, so all of this is bye-bye, and all of this is also bye-bye. Good, so now it's not receiving any data. I will use binding, so let me check to see if binding is the build features the view binding. I'll use view binding, so it's already there. Good. Now I'll create an interface, public interface, and I'm gonna call it this is the users listener. Alright, here it is. And then basically I'm going to say go to void go to add user. Alright, so something like that. And the boilerplate code that we do every time, listener. Alright, here it is, on attach. Alright, and I can also add, I need to add the try catch block. Alright, so here it is, here we are. And basically I have the listener set up and life is good. So now let's do our binding. So fragment user binding. Here it is, binding. Good. And basically I'm going to the boilerplate code. Here it is, return binding.getRoot. Good. So we are good here, and we have that done. Good. So that now what I would like to do is to, when you click on the button, so what I'm going to do this, I will go here and say on view created, and binding.button add new user dot set on click listener new on click listener listener to go to add user. Good. So now I also make sure that the activity implements this listener. Okay, good. Here is the main activity. And we'll do extends, or sorry, implements, control Z, implements the interface. Here we are, options, enter, import the class, and here we are. Okay, implement the methods, and here's the method that we're going to implement. Good. So now when we start, I'm going to do this, get support fragment manager dot begin transaction. Okay, let's see. Get support fragment manager dot begin transaction dot commit dot replace r dot id dot root view, comma new user fragment. Here we are. and then when you ask to go to somewhere, I'm going to copy that from here, paste it here, and what we're going to do is this is going to be new add user fragment, and then add to backstack. All right, here we are. Cool. So we're done here. It will take us to the next screen. We'll run this for the first time, and we know that add user fragment, if you look here, is going to receive some data. So I'm going to find it by tag. So let's add a tag for it. Add user fragment. I add a tag to it so that I can find it by tag later on. Okay. So this is add user, and we close the other ones that we don't need. All right. Here we are, and we're good here. We click on add user. Oh, okay, and it goes to add users. Good. So we're good, and we go back. It goes back, and life is good. So we are here now. Now let's select gender. Right. So let's do select gender just as an example. So let's add user. Right. So here we are. This is the add user, and I'm going to use binding fragment. Add user binding. Here we are. Boilerplate code again, right? So I'm going to go into deep details here, but here we are. And binding equal to this, and then I'm going to do on view created, and we're gonna come back to this. We need an interface also, public interface, and this is add user listener, and go to select what? Select gender. All right, and similarly there are other ones. Gender, select age, state, and group. Okay. All right, perfect. So here it is. And then this is when you are done, right? So when you are done, we're gonna send back a user. So basically, void done add user, and we will pass on a user object. User. Okay, here we are, and we just need to import the class, and here we are. So here is the listener. Here's the listener, listener on attach, and the try catch block. Here it is. Okay, and basically we have the listener. Good. So now here we basically are going to do this binding dot. Let's start with gender, right? So select button, select gender dot set onClick listener new onClick listener. So this is go to select gender. I'm gonna copy this one here. I need the other ones, right? So basically I have select gender. I have also button select age. Go to select age, and the other ones. There are 5 of them. 5 buttons. Select age and then select state. Select state and then group. All right, so we have that, and then we have the submit binding dot button submit dot set onClick listener new onClick listener. So here is the submit. So we have all of them, and then basically here this you're going to call the add user. So now let's go back and add and implement this in the activity. All right, so we do comma here, paste it, options, enter, implement methods, and here are all the methods. Good. So now these are all the methods. We're going to start with gender. So basically all we're going to do is we're going to do something similar to this. Here we are, and instead of this we're going to say select gender fragment. Okay, here it is. And the other ones are exactly the same, so but it's different fragment. All right, so here it is, and then this is select gender. This is select age, and this is select state, and this is select group. All right, perfect. So this is done. Done user. We're gonna look at it later. But anyway, so we're done with these requirements. Now, when you click on add user, it goes all the way. And basically add user, what we can do is we can, I'm going to store this data, right? So this data, I can store it in the user object. So there is a user object here. So what I could do is in here, I create a user object. user equal new user. This is a new empty user, right? I'll call it m user. So I have a user, right? So then whenever I come back, I'm going to set the corresponding parameter into that user. All right, we'll see how in a little bit. Okay, so now let's go, and now the wiring is happening. So now if we run it, you will see that it does transition because we have all the code that will make it transition. Okay, here it is. Add new user takes us here, select gender, and then you can go back because there is a backstack. Here it is, age, and so on. So now let's do select gender. So basically when you look at select gender, these are the genders, and there is an array list. So let's go back again to select gender. Here's select gender. Let's add the binding, our binding. So fragment select gender binding, here it is. Okay, and then basically I'm going to do the same thing that we do every time, which is initialize the binding and return this, right? So here is return. All right, there it is. And then on view created, now let's set up the we're gonna use the simple adapter. You see here just a couple of strings, and the data is here. You see here these are these arrays that I can use, right? Okay, cool. So now here let's create an adapter, array adapter of type string, and we call it adapter equal to this. And the adapter requires a context, or you could say get context or get activity android.r.layout.simple list item 1, and then I'm going to send it the array. Array is data dot my data dot what dot gender. Here it is. Okay, and I'm gonna close this, and here we are. So we have my adapter binding dot list view set adapter, and then basically I'll do binding dot list view dot set on item click listener on item click listener new on item click listener. Perfect. So here we are. And then when you click, I just need an interface to send the data back, right? So basically that's what I will do. Public interface gender listener, and basically there are two buttons, one of them cancel and so on. So basically I say, for example, I'll do void on selection cancelled, right? All right, here it is. And then void on gender selected, and I'm gonna send a string gender. All right, here we are. And we're going to do the same thing. So here is this listener, here it is, on attach listener. Then we here add the try catch block. We just wait a little bit, or I can type it. Try catch block. Here it is. Oops. Try catch block to see. Okay, let's see. Okay, here it is. Here's the try catch block. And now when we're done, we just go in, and the selected version is mListener. Here is mListener dot get dot gender, and then basically here we're going to do adapter dot get item at the position. All right, here it is, and basically that's what we did. Cool. So the adapter is this adapter. So, or I could define the adapter at the top here. Here it is, and then say adapter equals. All right, here we are, and then I can use it as a global variable. I get the item at the position, I send it back, and we're good. So that's basically the selection. And then the on cancel is another button. So binding dot on cancel dot set on click listener new on click listener, and cancelled. Okay, cool. So now we go back here, make sure the activity implements the interface. We're going to create a lot of interfaces today. Okay. implement methods. This one get support fragment manager dot pop the backstack. When done, this one gender, what we need to do is we need to find the fragment by ID and so on, right? So basically we need to find it by this tag. Okay, so we'll do fragment, which is the add user fragment equals get support fragment manager dot find fragment by tag, and this is the tag. Okay, and we check to see if it's not null, and then basically if it's not null, here it's not happy because it needs to be casted. All right, here it is. And then we could do fragment dot m. We can have methods and so on in the add user fragment. That's when I'm gonna send it. And basically what I could do is I could say, for example, public void set gender to string gender, and basically muser dot set gender to gender. All right, so we can do something like that. All right, perfect. So then here we do set gender to gender, and then pop the backstack. Get support fragment manager dot pop the backstack, and we're good. So this sets the gender in the add fragment manager. When you pop the backstack, the on view created gets called again, and then basically here we need to check to see some things. So if muser dot get gender is equal to null, else if it's not equal to null we do something else, we do something else, and we do n/a. Right, here it is. So basically not button, there is a text view gender, right? Set the text view to be that or that. Good. So that's what we're going to do, and we're going to do it for every single item. I think this should work. So if we go back to select gender, all what I did is I set up the adapter. Here it is, add new user. There it is. And we click on gender. It shows the gender items. You click on female, and female is being displayed. Click on this again, male, and male is being displayed. Perfect. So the code is very similar for the other ones. So that's gender. We can do age also. So let's go back and let's have a look at user. User age is an integer. Okay, good. So it's an integer. Okay, good. So now this is it. Now select age, and they're saying that the age goes from 18 to 100, I think, or something like that. Let's see. Age goes from okay, where is that? Other selects from 18 to 100. Okay, good. So now let's go and set up our binding. Age binding. Select age binding. Here we are. It's the same thing, you know, very, very similar. All right, here we are. And let's see. Let's see. Return binding dot get root. All right, cool. On view created. Okay, same situation, exactly same situation, but the age we will create an integer. Okay, so I can have an array list of let's say integer. I don't know if it's gonna work, so let's see, array of integer ages. Okay, and then I will initialize ages. So ages dot for each for I equal to, let's say 18 all the way to less than or equal to 100. I'm just gonna say ages dot add, and I will just put I. So that I have ages now done, right? And I can do the adapter. I can do the adapter. Let's say adapter. Let's see. Array adapter of type integer adapter, and here is my adapter equals new array adapter r dot layout dot la la la, and then you pass it ages. Okay, good. So we're good here. We're done with the adapter. Binding dot list view dot set on item click listener new on item click listener. We can do that, but let's set up the adapter. Binding dot ListView equal to this, and we'll come back to the interface. So we need the interface. It's exactly the same. So what I'm going to do is the gender. I'm going to copy this code from here to here. I'm going to paste it here, but then instead of select gender listener, I'm going to call it age listener, and I'm going to change it. So here is the age listener, and we're good. Here it is. And then this one is going to be an integer. Okay, cool. So we're good here. And let's make the activity implement this. Notice that I use the same cancelled, and it's already implemented in the activity. You see, because it's part on cancelled. See here, on selection cancelled. It's the same method. It's fine. It's already implemented. They all do the same thing. Import class. Now it will say only one method needs to be implemented. Implement methods, which is on case selected. Here it is. And we do the same exact thing. So basically I have to go into the on add user fragment to do the same thing. So basically here I have a method to add to set gender. I will create another method. I'll call it, for example, set age. I'm going to send you an integer age, set age to integer to age dot int value. All right. Okay, good. So and I can get the age. So why I need that? Because I'll have to do the same thing on age selected. I'm going to copy the same code that we have here, paste it here, but instead of setting the gender, I'm going to set the age. Set age to age. That's it, right? All right. So then also in on new add user fragment, I also on view created, I'll do the same thing. There is an if else statement. I'm going to copy it from here and I'll paste it here. And then the user gender, let me check something. The user gender, it has an int. So now let's say if the int is not set up, let's do a -1, right? So now if we go here, by initializing it, it initializes at -1. So if we say that get age, if get age is greater than 0, right? Then text view age equal to string.value of, and we're gonna pass it the user.getAge, right? Otherwise we just do a NA. So let's see now what happens. I did the -1 because you see the age starts at -1. It's an integer, right? It's not null. I cannot just check for null here. Add new. Here it is. You select the age. It comes here. You see here, right? Let's pick 90. And something is not happening. Why? Because when you look at select age, we didn't set up the on click listener. So we go here. We do mListener dot on age selected get item at position. Same thing. Run it again. Add new. Select gender, female. Select age, 21, and 21 is being displayed. Select age, cancel, and the cancel is not working because we didn't implement it. So let's do this. Binding.button cancel.set on click listener new mListener.cancel. There it is. And run this again. And it's going to show the cancel button is going to work. So run this, select age, pick this one, right? And oh, it didn't work. Select this one, select this one. The age is not working for some reason. Right, let me run it again. Okay, add new, select age, click on this one, and it's 22. We're good. So here it is, 24. Submit. Submit, we didn't set it yet. Select again, cancel. Okay, select, cancel works, and gender is working. All right, and the state and group are exactly the same. So the state and group are exactly the same as what we had before. All right, so we can spend some time doing the state and so basically what I will do is, just to speed up this process, I will go to select gender and I'm going to copy some things because I think we can salvage some of the stuff that we have here. So I'm going to copy this stuff from here, Control C, right? I copied it. Select gender because gender and the other ones are exactly the same. Okay, so now group. Let's do the binding. Binding. You can speed up this if you're not interested, because this is all repetitive kind of code. All right. Okay, here it is, and basically I can go here, and maybe I'll comment out and do this, and let's see. So I will have the adapter. Here's the adapter. Here it is, and I am going to copy this code from here and put it here. All right. And options, enter, import the class. Same thing here, import the class, Or what I could do, I don't like to copy. That's why I don't like to copy, because you have to do all this imports. So now I'll go here, import the class. Array adapter, that's what I need. Call it array adapter of string adapter on view created. Here it is. We have the on view created, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to cut the stuff from here, and I'm going to paste it here. All right, we're going to fix the stuff now. And this is not dated to genders, this is dated to groups. Here is groups, and options, import. And then I'm gonna fix the listener situation, so we don't need this now. And we can take this stuff from here, put it here, and fix some things. Let's see. All right. So this is on group selected. So this is group listener, right? So this is group. Okay, group listener. Control C, on group selected. This is group. And same story. Go here, and import the context, and we're good. So I have that stuff here done, and then on cancelled, and then this is on group selected. Right, so I'm done with the group stuff. You see here, I just build the adapter. Same situation, it's exactly the same. Right, on click listener. Here's the group listener. Here's the group listener. So that's one of the stuff that the activity has to implement. So one of the interfaces that the activity has to implement. All right. Here is on group selected. Right, we'll come back to it. So that's the on group selected. Right. I'll do the same thing. I'm going to copy the stuff from all of this stuff from here to here. Copy it. Close the on group selected. So we did the group. We finished the group. We finished the state. Let's look at the state. So there's the state here. Same story. So binding again. Right. This is fragment state. All right. Select state binding. Here it is. And we are going to write the same code again. Here it is. All right. And then on view created. Okay. And then I'm just going to put the commented code here. Okay, and here is the array adapter. Okay, we have that, and we are going to do the same code that we have here. I'm gonna paste it here. Good. And let's just import this stuff here. Right, so this is data.states. Okay, and then this is mlistener and so on. So all that stuff is out. Right, now I'm gonna copy the stuff from here all the way to here, and now this is on state selected, right? And this is the state listener. Control C, Control V, import, and we're good. So here it is on state selected. We go here, and this is on state selected. So the state stuff is exactly the same also. I'm done. All right, so I'm done also with the state on state selected. Go back to the activity, and then on state, on group. Now I need to implement some methods. So let's see. So I need to implement some interfaces. So this is on state listener. We go back here. So on group is taken care of, and this is the on state. implement the methods, and on state selected. Good. So now I need to go into the add user fragment and set up these setters that I have. Set age, set gender, and I have set state and set group. Set state and set group. So this is set state and group. Here we are, group, and here is group. Okay, so set state and set group is group, right? So here they are. And then similarly, I am in on view created. I will do the same thing that I did to the gender, where I go in and add a check. So for example, I say get state, text view state, right? Here it is, Control C, Control V, get state, and here we are. And then similarly get gender, state, and group. Here is group. Same thing here. Here is group, text view group, and text view group. Good. So basically, I am just a. Now we can test out to see if these things are working. Well, let's go to the main activity on state selected. So we'll do the same thing. We just do this here, state selected, and then on group selected. So on state selected, you're getting a group a group, and so we set group. And then on group selected, and then this is on state selected. So on state selected, I just need to change this to a state just to be consistent, right? Main activity, set state selected. Here is the state, the group, so set group. All right, good. So here we are, and here we are. So we're setting it back, and we're good. So basically, we set the state, set the group. Now if we run it, you'll see that I'm able to set all of them. Okay, so add new, here it is. Select the gender, here it is. Select the age, here it is. Select the state, here it is. Oh, you see, we're putting it in the wrong place. But anyway, we can fix that. So add user. If the group is not null, text view group, text view group. This is text, this is the age. We are right, okay, here. But here this needs to be text view state, text view state. Okay, I did something is wrong. Set state, set group. We never called the method set group. Where is that here? Set group. Oh, this one's set state, sorry, set state. Okay, good. Let's run this again. Okay, add new, gender, here's gender, age, here is age, state, here is state, and then group, here is group. Cool, so that's it. We are good to go. We can add a new user if we want to. So now the submit, we just need to do some checks, right? So I can go and check to see if muser.get state, get gender, let's get the name and the string name equal binding dot edit text name, and then string email equal to this. Now if name is empty, then I'll do a toast. Okay, and I'll say enter valid name, enter name. Right, so that's the name, and then I'll do some else ifs. All right, else if. All right, so enter a email. This is email, right? And then similarly, I'm gonna do the same thing. So else if muser dot get gender is equal to null, then we are going to show and select. I'm going to say select gender, right? Select gender and so on, right? So that's the gender. We need the age is less than 0, right? less than 0, select age, right? And then similarly the other ones, which are 1 and 2, get group, get state, right? So select state and then get group, and group. All right, else this means everything is good. We create a user, we ship it back, and we're good. So we do user. So the user already has all these values, by the way, because we have a new user and we just need to add to it user.set name to name. These are the only things that we didn't add, but the age and all the other ones we are checking in the user, right? And then mlistener dot done add user muser. Cool. So that's what we're going to do. If we go back here, if you look at the method that does that, what we're going to do is to add the user to the list. So basically, one is to add the user to the list, add user. So we added the user to the list and pop the backstack. That's it. If you look at the instructions, it tells you exactly what to do. It tells you when the user is added, so add user, if any blah blah blah, add the user to and pop the backstack. That's it. We did that. So we're good, and we're good. So now what I would like to do is I'd like to set up, when I look at the layouts, see here, we also give you a layout, which is the user list item, which has these. So it has the username, the email. You see here the layout. Well, let me minimize this and make this fill the screen. Name, email, age, state, gender, and group. Good. So we have that already. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to the users fragment. So let's go back to the users fragment. Where's the users fragment and main activity? In the users fragment, go to users. We did that. I will add another method, array list, that I can go and ask the activity for get me the users, right? All right. So I'll get me all users, right? So that's this. And then in the main activity, it's not going to be happy because there is a method that we just added to the interface. Here it is. And then what this returns is just m users. That's it. Where am I going to call this method? On view created. So basically, I can get my own copy. I'll do array list of m users. That's the array list of m users, right? And basically, I'm just going to do something like this. And what I'm going to do is that this method is going to be called every time you pop the backstack, right? Every time you pop the backstack, this method is going to get called. So I'm going to say users.clear. This is to remove everything from it. And then musers.addAll. mlistener.get all users. This is asking the activity to give you the users. So I have the users, right? Now what I need to do is I need to create extend an adapter, right, in order to do this. So in order to do this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend an adapter. I'll do a class here. I'll call it, for example, the users adapter. Adapter extends. I'm not going to use recycler view. I'm going to use the array adapter of type user. Right, here it is. And then basically this is not happy because it needs a constructor. So we go here and create a matching constructor, and the constructor that I will use is a constructor that has the list. See here, because I have a list of objects, right? So here is the list, and then I will do get view. Here it is. All right. And then I will use I'll use binding also here. I like to use binding, and I will use tags. This is a very interesting way of doing business here. I know it's not part of what I did before, but let's see. It's very nice, very easy. I don't need to use the holder pattern, all of that stuff. I can use binding here. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check to see if convert view is equal to null, right? Then I need to create to use binding. So basically the binding, the layout that I would like to use is this layout, which is called user list item, right? So basically it's going to be called user list item binding, user list item binding. Let's see, user list item binding. Here it is, and I'm call it, for example, the item binding. I'll do that. Okay. So now if the convert view is equal to null, then user list inflate from context, right? And inflate from contexts, and then basically we go here and parent and false, same story. So here is the binding, this is the item binding equal to this, and then this means convert view is equal to item binding dot get root, right? You can do something like that, and then set tag to item binding, else means that the convert view is not null. So what I could do is item binding equals convert view get tag. So get tag, the tag is an object that you can store inside the view, right? We discussed that before. What you return here is the convert view, by the way. Okay. And now we can get the user by getting at position, and then item binding, item binding, item binding, item binding, and item binding. This one is an integer, so I need to do it like this: string dot value of, and we give it the user. Here we are. We're good, right? So that's the that is the extended array adapter, right? Here's the array adapter. Copy that. Go here. Do this. We call it adapter. And here we initialize the adapter. Adapter equals new array adapter, and here we are. Okay, context users and users. Here it is. This is the adapter, and we do binding. Do this, and this is the list view. Here it is. Now you see what's going on is that this is going to be called whenever the fragment appears on the screen, and or if it comes back from the backstack. We clear the users, we add our users from the activity, right? So you have your own copy of users here. And what we're doing is that adapter, we're setting the adapter, we're doing the list view and so on. So now if we run this, we will have nothing in the list. Actually, I did put some users, no. So you see here what I could do is before I do this, musers dot add all data dot users or data dot sample users. Okay, so there are some sample users in the data class. So if you go here, go to implementation, you see here the data class, I added some sample users for you. So now if I run this, I should be able to see the users. You see here I added these are the users in the sample users, 1 2 3. Right. Let's add a new one. Okay, let's add test t@t.com. Right, here it is. Select gender, select here, state and group, click submit, and here is the test. See here, very simple, very straightforward. So we're able to also add the user. It's pretty interesting, and we're able to show the users here. Good. So now clear all. Let's do clear all. So now if we go back to this guy here, and what I'm going to do is interface also. So I'm going to do here, I'm going to do void clear all users, right? This is it. And then inside the activity, where is the activity here? And it's not happy because we are doing it. We added this method, and then basically what it does, I'm just gonna clear the users. And along the same lines, when you click clear all, so all of that stuff is somewhere here. Let me remove the breakpoint. Binding dot clear all dot set on click listener. Set on click listener, new on click listener, mlistener. See mlistener clear all, clear the users internally, notify the adapter that the data has changed. You know, this refreshes the list. All right, go back here, clear all. You see here it's cleared. Add a new user. Let's add some users here. So we go here. Pick this one, pick this one, pick this one, click submit, add it to enter a group. Good, so here we are. Submit, you have a user, and then clear all. Done. Good. Now sort, we need both sort and the other option. So here is this, void go to select sort, and then void go to user detail. And then we're going to send it a user. Okay, the user detail is going to be binding dot list view dot set on item click listener, new on item click listener, and we do it like this. Users get at position. We don't need the cast. Here it is. We don't need the cast. user. Why is that? musers dot get at position. Okay, good. So here is the musers. I get it at the position. Go there, and then also you have another binding dot button sort dot set on click listener new on click listener. Go to select sort. Now this guy is not happy because we added two other methods. Go here, implement the methods. Here it is. So one of them is go to user details, and the other one is go to select sort. So now what's going to happen is that this means that the select sort, you go in and you select whatever sort you want. So for example here we select the sort and it goes back. This means that this guy needs to be added by tag, right? Users fragment, because we're going to find it, right? And send it the whatever you picked. And then in the user details, right, we need to send it the user object. So basically what I'm going to do is I need the parameter, right? So I need a parameter. That parameter is going to be the user. Right? This is the key, right? And the parameter is user and m user, right? User m user, all right? Here it is. Import that. We don't need all of this code here, and we're going to send you a user, right? And then we're going to put serializable arg user. This is the user you're sending me here, and in the on create m user equal to get serializable arg user, and needs a cast. Go here and we cast it. Here we are. So we have the user. We can do some binding here. Fragment user details binding. Here we are. And here we go. And I'm gonna do the same thing. So basically I need to do on view created. Okay, I need an interface also. So I'll do public interface, because you see when you go to the user detail, I'll implement the delete and the back. So that's it. Interface. So this is details, user details listener, and basically here delete user. This is the user I would like to delete, and then void cancel user details, right? And basically all what we have to do now is set up the m listener on attach. All right, here it is. There's a try catch that shows up here. We have our m listener, and now all we have to do is binding dot button back dot set on click listener new on click listener, and here it is. And then binding dot image view dot set on click listener new, and here we are. And then basically delete user. All right, so we have the user. We going in, good. So we are done with this one. And then when you try to go to user details, I just need to replace add to backstack, and we're good to go. So I'm going to do the same thing here. Go to user details, done, and then we are going to do user details fragment dot new instance, give it the user, and we're good to go. All right, so this is go to user details. Now go to user details, I need also to do one quick thing, which is setting up the user. So basically I need to name, age, and group, and state. So this is straightforward. It's exactly like what we had in the adapter. Right, here we are. You click on a user. Okay, it crashes. Let's see why does it crash. Fragments. Probably something that we didn't set up. Did the activity implement? Oh yeah, we didn't implement that interface. But let me show you. I'll run it again to show you where it crashed. Right, here we are. Okay, because lockat is very useful. Right, here we are. Yep. Okay, here we are. We click on a user and it crashes. Good. Okay, so now if we go we need to look for the place where the error happens. Here is the place where the error happens, and then it tells you that must implement user details. You see here, because the activity doesn't implement user details. So we go here, press enter, I add user details, import class, and then there are some methods we need to implement. Import class and implement the methods, and here it is. Okay, cool. What I could do, cancel the user details, is just pop the backstack, delete the user. What I need to do is, what I have to do is delete the user from musers dot remove user, right? And basically I'll just do pop the backstack. That's it. So now I have the whole thing done. So let's see, the delete is done also. Here we are. I pick this user, Bob, and I click on the delete. Bob is removed. Click Alice, click on the delete, Alice is removed, and I can go back, shows still Tom. Click here, delete, it's done. Good. So we're done with this screen also. Now sort selection is also straightforward. So let's see. So what I need to do, when you go to sort selection, so let's run this again, I'll show you something. So now when I click on sort, it needs to go to the sort screen, right? So now when I click on sort, go to sort, do I have it here? Yes, here it is. Okay, good. So now copy that from here, paste it here, and this is going to be sort. Select sort fragments, and here we are, and this is new. So we're not passing it any data, right? Here it is. Good. Good. So now what I want to do is I need to identify, am I sorting in ascending order, descending order, and how am I sorting, right? So basically I need to figure out how am I sorting, and I am sorting by all these values, right? So let's see, and basically I have to say sort by what, and is it ascending or descending? Okay, good. So if I go back to the sort fragment, so let's have a look at the sort fragment. These are all the images that I can click on, right? So I need to send back the users fragment, right? I need to send it back from the sort. Where's the sort one? Select sort fragment. Here it is. And I need the binding first. So fragment, sort fragment binding. Okay, here's the binding. And let's see. So here we are. I know it's a little bit long video, right? But I think we're about to be done. So now what I will do is I'm going to send you back what value I'm going to use for sorting, and what I'm going to use for sorting, which attribute I'm going to use for sorting, plus I'm going to send you back. So let's do this here. I will have a public static final string, and that's going to be sort by name, sort by age, sort by state, sort by group, and sort by what else? Email. Sort by email, and what else? So sort by email, gender. Okay, sort by gender. And gender state, we have state 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Okay, perfect. And then we have sort direction. So public static final string sort order is ascending. So this is ascending, and the other one is descending. Alright, so here is the sort order and so on. I need an interface, okay, and that is the sort listener. So sort users by and sort order. Okay, cool. So that's what I'm going to send, and copy that. This is public. Send sort users by, okay, and then mListener on attach, sorry, Control Z on attach, and we go here. We're good. Now we are, when you click, we are going to have a large number of clicks, so because each one of them we have to have an on-click listener for. All right, so let's start. On view created, binding dot button cancel dot set on click listener new on click listener. All right, so now we need to pop the backstack. So this one I'm just going to use on selection. I think there is in the activity, there is on selection canceled, this one. And so basically, let's see, in the activity there is on selection cancel. You see here this method that I'm going to use. I'm going to add the same method in the adapter here, in the interface. You see here on selection cancelled, so that when I implement it I don't have to re-implement it. mListener dot on selection cancelled. That's this one. And then do binding dot button, or sorry, image view age ascending dot set on click listener new. Okay, mListener sort by age in ascending order. Perfect. And then we do the same thing for age descending. Image view age descending, DSC descending. So here is age descending and ascending. Good. So that's sort by age. Okay, and then above it, let's do the name. So this is name ascending, name descending, name descending, name. Okay, NAME and name. So here we are. We're good. We have the name. Next one is email, and so on. You know, you can do all of them. We can sit here forever doing all of them, but let's see. And this is email. There's email ascending, email descending. There it is. Email. All right, we have the email and we have the name here. Good. So we have that. Email, gender, and so on. I'm not going to do all of them, but let me do age. I did age. And then some strings, name, email, gender. Oh, good. So we have that. You can add the other ones. You know, this is just a solution sketch, right? So this is the sort, right? In the main activity, in the user fragment, we can also have these two variables. So basically, we can have. You see, it's by default. It's by default should be sorted. If you look at the top, by default it should be sorted by. If you look here, by name in ascending order. Right. Okay, good. So now by default it's name descending order. Okay, so we go here. So basically I can come here and say, for example, string sort by name and sort order. So this one is going to be the select sort fragment dot name, right? So that's these are the statics that I defined. And then similarly, this one is going to be the ascending, right? Ascending order, right? Here it is. Good. So here's the sort order. And now, before we load the adapter, so what I could do is here I can sort my M users, right? So for example, I can have all the sort stuff done here. Like for example, I could say if sort by equals by name, right? Here it is. That, then I'm gonna do something. Else if, and so on. So I'm gonna do each one of them by this one. Else if, else if. So I'm gonna sort, let's say, by name, just to test out which ones did I add in the sort. I added the name, by name, and by email. Okay, I'll do that. And by age. Okay, name, email, age. So this is name, email, and age, just to show you the differences, right? So now if you're going to be sorting by name, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do collections. Oh yeah, I need to figure out, is the sort done in ascending or descending order, right? So basically I can have something like this, if something like that, right? And basically this is just the collections, and it's an in-place sort, collections.sort, and then this is the implementation of the compare to. Either you compare the first one with the second one with the first one, and so on, or you can multiply by -1 if you want to. And this is a lambda function. I can do it in a little bit different way. I can do something like collections.sort. Here it is. See, let's see. I'm not going to use lambdas, so here it is. Collections.sort and musers, comma new comparator. Here it is. Can do something like that. Else something like that. So now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to do o1 dot compare to dot compare o1 dot compare to o2. This user get name dot compare to o1 o2 dot name, and then the other one you just reverse them, or you multiply by -1 if you want. Right, so here we are, and you can multiply by -1 just to be or you can do what? You can do this check inside the compare to if you want. You can do the check inside the compare to instead of having these two approaches. But anyway, this is just simple. So here it is, compare to, and this takes care of sort based on the sort order. If it's ascending, we do this. If descending, we do this, and we can check. So basically, this one is going to be O2 compared to O1. All right, good. So you can call it U2, U1. Okay, U1, U2, sorry, U2, and basically this is going to be U1 to U2, and I'm going to copy this from here to here. Oops, sorry, Control V, and it's going to multiply by -1. I can do something like this, -1 times this, and we're good. All right, good. So we are good here. This is sorting ascending, sorting descending. We can test out and see if it's going to sort them. So basically, because by default we set the name, it's sorting by name. You see here, it's sorting by name in ascending order. I'll go sort, and it crashed. Good. So maybe because the sort was not implemented yet, so let's go back in, and the interface was not implemented, so that's why it crashed. So Control C, main activity, scroll all the way up, double click, comma. Here's the interface for that. Options, import the class. Options, implement the methods. Send sort. Now let's fix send sort. So basically what I'm going to do is in the users fragment, I'm going to say set sort order. So basically here I'm going to have a public void set sort. Okay, set sort by, and then the other one is string sort order. Okay, this dot this, and then this dot sort order equal to sort order. So now what I'm going to do is in the main activity, in this method, I need the code that we had for this one. Okay, but I'm going to change it a little bit. Instead of add fragment, we are now here in the users fragment. Here it is, and here is the cast done correctly. And you see the user fragment, we also add to it a tag. See here, the users fragment tag. So then we can find it by tag. Same story. Set, here's that, and then fragment dot set sort by, and sort order, and then you pop the backstack. Good. So now if we run this again, let's see. We will see that, okay, it's sorted like this. We click on, this is in ascending order, right? Click on sort, and the name we pick descending order. Here it is, and you see here it's in descending order. We just need to change the text at the top here, and it's very easy to do that. All what we have to do is we say, for example, binding, because we already have these values, binding.textView sort indicator, sort by sort, okay, sort by, we can do this, okay, sort by, and then we put name, and then we put a bracket here and another bracket here, and we're good to go. All right, so now if we run this, it will tell you exactly what it's sorting by. Let's see. Alright, so it's by name in ascending order. Click on sort, we click in descending order. Now it's by name in descending order. Sort again, name ascending order. Okay, good. So now so we did the name, right? Now what if we do the email? It's exactly the same. So basically I'm going to copy the same code from here, paste it here, and then instead of compare to name, I'll just say get email. Here's the email, 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 and email. Done. Now the age is also very simple. So basically the age, this is sort by age. Here we are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do u1.getAge minus u2.getAge, and then similarly I'm going to copy this from here, multiply by -1, or I can just swap the attributes to be u2 minus u1. Alright, so let's run this now and we're good to go. Here it is. Okay, reinstall the app. Alright, here we are. And then let's say sort, and I'm gonna sort by age. Okay, this is age in ascending order, so the age should be growing. Sort again, age in descending order, so the age is shrinking. Okay, sort again by email. Okay, and in ascending order, email. So where's the email here? We're not setting the email correctly. That's weird. Okay, so it seems we're not setting the email. So that's something in the adapter. So let's go back to the adapter. Let's have a look. Yeah, we're not setting the email. Okay, email. Here it is. Run it again so that you can see this. Alright, here's the email. Now sort by, let's say, email in ascending order, A, B, T. Sort, and then in descending order, T, B, A. Clear all, and so on. And add works. You click on that, you click on delete, the T disappears, and so on. So you could see that what we're doing is just straightforward. What I did is just a sketch of the solution. We can go and perfect the other parts, and there are some missing parts that we didn't implement because it's very repetitive. Alright, so please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.